This is the Super Bowl of art fairs in America. This is Art Basel, Miami. So you have Art Basel, Hong Kong in March. Art Basel, Switzerland, in Basel, Switzerland in July. You have Art Basel Paris in Paris, France in October. And this is Art Basel Miami in December. So this is the VIP day, the first day that it opened. And you see you have all these different, each gallery like pays to get a booth. And so each gallery has a booth. The art fair, it generates almost a $500 million in a week that is here, and it's for the city of Miami. And that's just a uh, money that's generated on the formal markets. We know on the underground market it's probably generating even more. And so this is like different corporate sponsors are here. The major sponsor for Art Basel is UBS. That's a bank, United Bank of Switzerland. This booth right here, this is famous gallery, Hauser Wirth. So they have like different artists. This is like my favorite artist right here, artist named George Condo. And George Condo became famous in the hip hop world. Kanye West had commissioned him to do the cover art for his album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So that's our Condo, George Condo, right there. And that's Hauser Wirth. This is a Gladstone gallery right here. Photograph of a young black sister. Gladstone, they have galleries in New York, Brussels, Belgium, and Seoul, Korea. And so it's just like different restaurants and stuff in here. I've seen people from Savannah James, LeBron James' wife. She's a collector. She here. We just bumped into a brother that's Travis Scott art advisor. We just bumped into him. You have people here from Bank of America. You have people here from Goldman Sachs. I'm going to a Goldman Sachs event tonight at the Rubel Museum. So the Rubel is a couple. They have a museum here in Miami. They also have a museum in Southwest DC. So for the people in DC, you get the opportunity to go to the Rubel Museum. They bought an old school in Southwest and repurposed it into a museum. And like I said, it's all type of collectors here, all type of art collectors, art dealers, art advisors. Look at a piece like this. This is a conceptual piece like right here. Look at this painting right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now break that down.
Yeah. So this is an artist called Wolfgang Lay.
What is that supposed to be underwater or something?
It's a writing right here. See that?
Yeah.
Like a short writing said that is the unknown to those who comprehend. That is the known to those who do not comprehend. So it's like a white on white, like an off white. And this is Conrad Fischer Gallery out of Berlin, Germany, and Dusseldorf. I don't know if Dusseldorf is in Germany or not. So I mean, so like when you're just walking around, like this gallery right here is in London and New York. Um, this gallery right here is a New York gallery. New York, a lot of New York right here in this area. But it's like, you meet different art dealers, artists, curators, collectors, bankers, financiers, entertainers. It's all different type of people. And then this is just a VIP day. So like everyone, uh, like if you was to come here Friday, when it open, I think it opens to the public Thursday. It'll be 10 times more crowded than this. And so this is just like the VIP day. They have a collector's lounge. So I'm gonna take everybody to the collector's lounge so they can see that. Um, so they got a collector's lounge, and so hey, see you tomorrow. I have to message you. I have to put your name, okay? Yeah, and you're gonna tell me who you're coming with. Yeah. art dealer right there, Destiny, one of the top up and coming young women,
Thank
in
you,
the
man.
art game.
Appreciate it. Nice to see y'all.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, she's one of the she's been in it since she was like 21 when I met her during COVID. So she like 25 now. She just curated a show for for the Biennale in Venice, Italy, doing great things. So I mean, just
Hold
like
on,
I
bro.
said,
Hold on 1 second. Excuse me. She just started doing that at that date you just mentioned?
I became aware of her curating and dealing art when I started doing art in 2020. Back then, she was like 22, 23, I believe. She was young. And so I think she's like 25, 26 now. But she's had the opportunity to do some big shows. Let me give everybody the shots. I'm going up the escalator. But just like being able to see it with all the booths. So all of this is just like the convention center in Miami. So this is probably, if you was to calculate the total value of art right now in this building, it'll
Yeah, so
probably be,
tomorrow, oh, that's gonna be full like the car show.
yeah, we probably be talking about billions of dollars worth of art. Um, you know, just here, all type of different pieces and works from all over the world, all different type of artists. And so this is the Super Bowl of the art world. And so this is I'm going now. This is this is the collectors lounge.
Say it's the
So
Super Bowl of the art world, huh, man?
yeah, this is a Super Bowl, and then they got their merch shop. So this is Solana. This is a blockchain in the crypto world. So Solana, they have like an artist in residency, residents doing digital, so digital transformation from nation to machine. So it's like this year right here, they say is the year of the AI. So that's the Solana. So anybody that invests in cryptocurrency like I do, today is a good day if you invested in certain crypto in the crypto market. A lot of investments went up today, so a good day to profit. So this is the Art Basel merch shop right here. So this like the VIP day, you can come and get a little merch, stuff like that, and like the a lot of the workers they like design uniforms. So this like some of the uniforms that they design. So it is good for like artists from DC and all over the world to see like you can do stuff like this, and this stuff can end up being before the world, on t-shirts and hats and bags and cups and so this stuff is doable. And that's like for me, when I got into the art world, and started to go to museums, that's what gave me the confidence because even though I had never done art before, um, I would look at the art and I was like, damn, I can do that. Like I didn't feel like it was anything I couldn't do. And so that's the logo right there for Art Basel and UBS. That's the United Bank of Switzerland. So that's like because Basel is a town in Switzerland. And so that's like one of the major sponsors of Art Basel. And but in the art world, this is the biggest art fair every year. And coming here on the VIP day, you get an opportunity to meet, just do a lot of networking. Like I'm not showing anything this year, but I met a lady today who told me, and I'll share the link with you when we get off the phone, get off this live. It's a lady who's an art matron of the arts in DC who is putting together a thing called 51 Steps to Freedom, which would be the world's biggest outdoor museum in the world. It'll be the biggest outdoor museum of the world. So I want people to see this, like some of the people that work here, they got like these uniforms right here, like that. And so you can go to the merch shop and get that right there. You can ask them anything. And so, like for me, it's like coming to somewhere like here, meeting a Asian woman who's telling me about a museum going down in my city. I'm like, they like, how you don't know about it? I was like, DC art market is racist. I said, they're not searching for artists, even though I'm an artist who sells work globally. I'm still not. It's not like when you go to California, when you go to L.A., San Francisco, New York, they like tap in with the art. DC is just a racist art market. Like they do not want to tap in with locally black artists, and so I don't know why it's that way. I mean, it's just been my experience. I'm not saying it doesn't exist anywhere else. I'm just saying like when I go to Miami, when I go to Palm Beach, San Francisco, LA, New York City, Paris, France, Dubai, you know, I do well. And and I'm not talking about just like buying art. People like going out of their way to facilitate plays. You know what I'm saying? And so, because a painting is just a one-time sale. But, I love your outfits, beautiful. Yeah, and and
Lil Red, salam alaikum. They go our man Lil Red. He say, "Good man, what to do?" Mhm. But our bezel was just one part of that, right?
the biggest art fair, not just in America but in the world. As far as like popularity and track.
I like the metaphor you
Um,
said. It's a Super Bowl of art. That's big enough for me.
yeah, it's a Super Bowl. So if you got anything going on in the arts, you just want to be here and have people familiar with your face and your name. Because what I realized, like a lot of stuff just be about timing. People that I met last year, but the time to do something together, in particular now with the nonprofit, what I've learned on this trip is now me having a nonprofit, it instead of me just selling paintings, now me having an organization that's geared towards educating artists. So now people have different foundations, different nonprofits. Like I met a lady today who introduced me to a guy from New York who has a relationship with a lady who comes from the Durst family in New York City, which is one of the biggest real estate families in New York City. And they just give away storefront properties in Times Square, Manhattan, to artists. And so by me being represented by a gallery in New York, technically I can't show with another gallery or deal privately there in New York City, but I can do a fundraiser for my nonprofit. And so the owners of the building can donate the space to the nonprofit and I can give them a tax write-off for that. And then I can deal my art there privately to raise funds for my nonprofit.
So they
You know,
encouraging
and
network.
so yeah, just a lot of phenomenal opportunities come with being down here. I encourage artists to come, but when you come, have your stuff in order though. Like when you come, have your art in a legible file, whereas those whether it's a Google Doc or Word, have your art somewhere where high resolution images of your work, the title of your work, the year that you did the work, the materials that you did the work with, the size of the work, have your artist statement, have your bio, have your website, have have everything in place where it's like kind of like all centralized. So when you share it, when you meet people, you can just share a link with them and they can automatically just tap in to who you are, what you're doing now, what you did in the past, and what you want to do for the future.
Hey, I
And
got a
so that way
question
you
in
can
the
be more
comment.
efficient.
They
What was the
say,
question?
ask the brother, how did he get into art? And then I done asked you that several different ways, but somebody asked that again.
Okay. I got into I got into visual art because I'm gonna say I got into art listening to my grandfather play the saxophone, but I had no inclination towards jazz. I got into the arts through freestyle rapping with my childhood friend Mama Lou Stewart. But I got into the visual art as far as like paintings and stuff like that through listening to Jay-Z. Listening to Jay-Z rap about Basquiat and other painters, and then reading about them in the Wall Street Journal. That's what made me start to like read up on visual art. But I never did it until I came home, and then we had the quarantine, and that's when I had the time to kind of like experiment with like transferring the poetry and what I had to say or what I felt into through paint. And so that's how I got into art. And once I got into it, I got into it. Because anything I get into the business of it.
We got another person on here. We got another good man said, I'm actually doing some work. Thanks for that response too, Halim. I'm actually doing some work in the National Gallery of Arts downtown, and bruh's right, you don't see much art created by African Americans or Native Washingtonians at the same time.
Yeah, I think they said only 1% of museums' permanent collection consists of work created by African Americans. And so
One
how
percent.
I see that, I think less than 1% of the work that's owned by the permanent collections of museums are works created by African Americans. And and then that disparity is even worse when you're talking about women. So women are even less represented. If you're talking about just women, period, of African American women. And so even me as a man, I'll be able to get more, even though I'm an African American man, I'll be able to get more opportunity to get in that space and thrive than an African American woman would, and probably even a white woman.
Okay. Hey, your background, it was a
Yeah.
little fuzzy when you was coming from indoors to outdoors. Now that it cleaned up, I love them palm trees in the back.
Oh yeah, man. I'm glad it was cool down here. It was cold last night. Very cold, very cool this morning. So I'm just glad like the sun kind of came out a little bit for that hot second. Because it's really been cloudy.
Hey, uh, my fault. I was reading a comment. Can you see the comments on your side? Yeah, you walking around. Nah, the brother said, wow, that's what's up, what it's all about. Finding something you're passionate about. You can make a living off of. These are people Eon gotta start giving some more light to.
And I just want people to it's not about making money. I think that's the confusion that people
Right.
get. That when you mention a passion about business, they thinking it's about making money. Even though business is about making money, but some businesses focus firstly on impact, um, social impact before. But if you're just into making money, I mean, that's cool too,
Yeah, ain't
because
nothing
you're
wrong
not
with
gonna have a
it.
political. social economic standing if you don't have resources in America. You know, you're not gonna get any legislation passed. You don't have a political action committee, and so the only way, man, you're gonna get things done.
Yeah, yeah. I be trying not to get too deep into politics, cause man, for real, at the end of the day, that's the bottom line. What you said, it don't matter what side you on. All right, man. When you get a minute, man, just tap in. We just gonna let the people see what it look like down there, man. I got another interview I'm gonna try to do. But when you get back, man, we gotta get together and do something. We gotta do something in each other's presence with the art stuff.
I think it's just it's necessary. You know,
In some of our circles. Yeah, I got you.